gentlemen, Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's edition of AEW Dynamite Recap Show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. This week's Dynamite was another sold out show, jam packed to the rafters, standing room only at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum in Indianapolis, Indiana. So before I get started here, let me just do the usual sales pitch, get it out of the way. If you enjoy what you're watching here, please hit the like button, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about this week's AEW Dynamite show, and be a champ and click on the subscribe button. Well, no further ado, let's let it rip. Kicking things off on Dynamite this week is your new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, John Moxley, comes out to a huge ovation from the sold out crowd at the Indiana Farmers Market in Indianapolis, Indiana. Uh, okay, I don't know if I have any Indianapolis fans here, so and you can't hear them pop here. Okay, that's good enough. Golf claps. Anyway, so yeah, he hits the ring. Every, like I said, he got a good pop from the crowd. Even got the "You deserve it" chant, even though John Moxley's won a few, world titles here and there. But anyway, got the "You deserve it" chant. Uh, Gave a great babyface promo, saying, "Hey, success is not what people say about you; it's what's in here." Inspiring stuff there. He's also pissed off at the Don Callis family. Uh, Pretty much says, I think, says Don Callis is trash or something like that. Anyway, they put a target on his buddy, his partner, uh, his soulmate. Not soulmate. But anyway, his buddy Brian Danielson, his teammate. So he challenges Powerhouse Hobbs for next week's Dynamite, and later on, Powerhouse Hobbs does accept that challenge. All right, after that, we had a little interview with Mercedes Monet. She's not too happy that she got sneak attacked while giving an interview inside of a room where the lights went out. And when the lights came back on, she was down on the floor in pain from getting beat up. She thinks it's Julie Hart who did it because, hey, the lights out, lights on thing is their thing. And she says she'll be paying close attention to the next match, which is your mixed tag team match between Adam Copeland and Willow Nightingale against Brody King and Julie Hart. And of course, this is your first match of the night. It is the mixed tag team match. Adam Copeland teaming with Willow Nightingale versus Brody King and Julie Hart, members of the House of Black. Adam Copeland got in the ring. He looked on the big Titantron, seeing that looks like Willow Nightingale got attacked by somebody. Of course, guess what happened? The lights went out, and when the lights came back on, it was Brody King in the ring, Julie Hart down the aisle, distracting Adam Copeland. This gave Brody King the opportunity to attack Copeland. Uh, Basically, this was all Brody King to begin with. Copeland, got a couple of comebacks, went for the spear, but King turned him inside out with a clothesline. Willow Nightingale would finally make her way to the ring, ties herself in, cross body block to Brody King. Uh, Copeland would spear Brody, then Brody received a cannonball from Willow Nightingale. Willow would actually get knocked out by Julia Hart. The referee was distracted, of course, by uh, Adam Copeland and Brody King still in the ring fighting it out. But yet, knocked Willow Nightingale out with a chain. I'm just going to call it the Rings of Saturn. I forgot what they call it. Uh, but of course, Willow Nightingale was passed out. So therefore, due to technical knockout, House of Black, Brody King, and Julie Hart wins this. Uh, After a match, of course, out comes Mercedes Monet and chased everybody out with a chair, shook hands with Copeland, and don't seem like all is well with her and Willow Nightingale just yet. All right, next match is a six-man tag here. You got the Elite EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson teaming up with Kazuchika Okada. I believe I got that right this time. Going against Penta El Zero Miedo and Pac, members of the Dark Circle, or I forgot what their name was. But anyway, they were six-man tag, but their partner this week is Daniel Garcia, who is buddies with FTR. Uh, Decent little match here. Pac wants Okada, but got the Bucks instead, of course. Pops up like nothing happens and gets some of his shit in. Penta gets in, gets some of his shit in, then the Elite take over again. Garcia gets in this time. Cleans house, gets the 10 punches of doom plus nuts in, I think it was Nicholas's face or Matthew's face, one of their face. But they took over again when Okada uh, tripped Garcia up and got butt kicked in the face again. Matthew was doing some commentary, but that's when the Elite started having their troubles. He got in, but Daniel Garcia made a comeback, tags in Pac. He takes care of the Bucks, calls for Okada, but get the Bucks jumping from behind. Some more triple team, then tag into Penta. Now time for, of course, everybody get their shit in. But in the end, we got a double super kick and a rainmaker by the Bucks and Okada on Garcia for the win. They continue to beat up on Garcia, but no FTR to save the day is Pac with the ring bell hammer. Like I said, decent little match here. Just, everybody getting their spots in. All right, now we have this big important meeting between Chris Jericho and Hook. Uh, Taz playing the broker in the meeting, make sure everybody keeps the peace. Basically, Jericho said, "Hey, you want to continue to sit on the learn tree and learn from me?" Hook said no. Jericho, gave him a bunch of reasons to, and one of them is that, "Hey, man, everybody in your life so far has been, kind of pointing in the wrong direction, almost kind of pointing at Taz too." He winds up shoving Taz to the ground, and Hook, man, he got pissed off and jumped on Chris Jericho and beat the shit out of him. Actually, no, that didn't happen. Hook just, dropped his mic, walked over to Chris Jericho, grabbed him by the collar, pushed him to the core, and told him to get the fuck out of my ring. And Chris Jericho did, but hey, I guess now this sets up a uh, FTW championship match between Chris Jericho and Hook for the Dynasty pay per view. What a waste of fucking time this was. Alright, it is ladies match time on AEW Dynamite. It is Mariah May doing her Tony Storm WWE pre Timeless impression, uh, or pre Timeless Tony Storm impression, taking on Diana Peraza, the whatever she calls herself. Anyway, around the end of the match, Mariah will escape a powerbomb attempt, gets rocked by a headbutt by Diana. Uh, Mariah laying a hip attack, then spiked Diana with a uh, tornado DDT for a 2 count. Deanna countered a Mayday attempt with a roll up and pinned her. Of course, this did not sit well with Tony Storm. She wound up attacking Deanna until Thunder Rosa came in and helped out. But just like last week, Thunder Rosa didn't want Deanna's help. Deanna didn't want Rosa's help. But it was Mariah May who uh, grabbed Deanna, shoved her out, or pulled her outside the ring. They went at it. Thunder Rosa and Tony Storm went at it and getting a little bit of revenge. Took the lipstick and smeared it on her face this time, and the Timeless One just did not like that. So, and of course, the pay per view coming up, Dynasty, will be Thunder Rosa and Timeless Tony Storm for the AEW Women's Championship. All right, the semi-main event this week was Orange Cassidy against Shane Taylor. Orange Cassidy, much smaller than Shane Taylor, did the stick and move offense, but Taylor finally got a hold of him. Lee Moriarty and Anthony Ogogo, members of the Shane Taylor promotions, got involved in this match. Cassidy, was going for a comeback, uh, but hit the or not Shane Taylor, but Anthony Gogo and Lee Moriarty with suicide dives. A little more back and forth. Then finally, Orange Cassidy hit the orange punch for the win. After the match, of course, Shane Taylor's promotions attacked Cassidy, and when people started coming to the ring to help out Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta was there to cut them, both of them off with a chair, so they continue to have their way with Cassidy, laying him out in the ring. All right, it is time for your main event. It is Will Ospreay going against Claudio Castagnoli. Good match. This was a pretty good match. Mostly, most offense came from Castagnoli. He had a bigger percentage this match. He opened it up with a forearm for a 2 count. Ospreay would make a brief comeback, nailed a phenomenal forearm off the barricade. I guess a couple of times he was channeling his AJ Styles. Claudio would take back over, and dude, if everybody watched this match, how freaking scary strong is Claudio? I mean, Will Ospreay is not a small guy, but he had no problem catching Will Ospreay when he attempted to plunge her. Anyway, uh, Ospreay must have, like I said, watched some AJ Styles match. He would hit a phenomenal forearm for a 2 count. Will continue a or Will in the end countered a big swing with a DDT, spiral tap for 2, then put it away with the hidden blade. After the match, the family attacked Claudio until Moxley came out and made the save. All right, earlier this evening we got to hear from the World Heavyweight AEW World Heavyweight Champion, or excuse me, AEW World Champion Samoa Joe. He said, "Hey, Swerve, he's had his chances, but seems like in that big match he comes up short. He could possibly be a choke artist." Swerve, he got his time to speak. Said, "Hey, look, I got something to say to Joe, but I'll do it to his face." So, end of the night, out comes Swerve Strickland. Out comes Samoa Joe. Security say, "Hey, let's not fight. Wait for the pay-per-view." But, Swerve jumped on the top rope, stomped on all the security, laying them out, got in Samoa Joe's face. They went at it, got in the ring, but in the end, Samoa Joe would lay out Swerve Strickland with the Muscle Buster. So, uh, this is probably the biggest thing they've done to sell the pay per view so far in the last 2 weeks. And unfortunately, you just can't buy this one match. You got to, kind of sell a whole match here or the whole card here. But anyway, that does it for this week's AEW Dynamite Recap show. Hopefully, everybody tunes in tonight or if not tonight, for the replay of Spot Show live stream with me, Ronald Ray. Until then, everybody have a good one and take it easy. Hey there, thank you for checking this out. If you enjoyed it, share with friends, drop a like button, leave a comment. Also, be a champ and hit that subscribe button. You can also check me out on social media, Facebook at Ronald Ray, on X or Twitter is RPATRPTV46. Until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.